Hi, this is Richard Ramos again, welcoming you back. I hope that last instruction was helpful to you, that you went away and thought about your awareness and investing and just gaining that influence and winning the competition for the heart and soul of your children. Now we're going to move on to principle number 2. And that is that your primary prevention role is that of a soul builder. S-O-U-L, soul builder. And I talked about, if you remember, that would require the skill of a gardener, a trainer, and a life coach. So what do I really mean by soul building? Well, let me explain to you just a little bit about the soul. Now, the soul of human beings, that we are a 3-part being. A lot of people think we're only a 2-part, body and soul, but really we are 3-part. We are body, soul, and spirit. But we're just going to talk about the soul right now. Now, the soul is combined of 3 parts to our being. 1, the soul is the seat of our feelings, our emotions. 2nd, the soul is the seat of our thoughts or our thinking. And 3rd, the soul is the seat of our free will or the power to make decisions. See, we can make up our mind, and ultimately and eventually, that's what happens. Children get older and they begin to make up their own mind, and that's what we're talking about, prevention. Preventing them from making a decision to join a negative lifestyle. And that's going to happen because we have nurtured, we have built their emotional life. We've invested and cultivated and grown and nurtured their feelings, their thoughts, which lead to making right or healthy or positive choices. So in the curriculum, in the Parent on a Mission curriculum, I teach what I call the home field advantage. Now, for those of you who are sports fans, you know what a home field advantage is. Home field advantage means that usually if I'm playing a game against an opponent, and if I'm playing on my home court or my home field, football field or baseball field, that I should have the advantage. It's my field. I'm familiar with it. The stands are filled with my fans, and sometimes even the referees are on your side, but we won't talk about that. And the statistics tell us that most kids that join gangs from the ages of 12 to 15. So basically what that tells me is that I have a 12-year window or 12 years of a home field advantage. And that's so important that parents understand that. And if we understand that, and if we take the time to involve ourselves and be invested as gardeners, as trainers, and as coaches, we're going to win the competition for the loyalty of our children. That's what we want. So let me talk to you about the Parent on a Mission prevention principles. Number 1, gardener. What does a gardener do? A gardener breaks up the ground, plants the seed, waters, nurtures, and cultivates. And basically that's our role from infant to 2 years old. We're nurturing their soul. We're gardening. We're planting seeds with our words. We're nurturing with our touch and our hug and our affection. We're watering with our care. And all that we're doing in those first 2 years is that we're cultivating the emotional life, the thought life, the feelings and the emotions and the thinking of our child so that they will make those positive decisions. And then when they get a little older, say from 2 to 5 years old, we move into that trainer role. What do trainers do? They exercise our bodies so that we can reach our maximum potential physically. They push us to our potential. They bend our will. And they do all of that through using discipline, the proper use of discipline. So important as a trainer. Not afraid to push us a little bit. Not afraid to discipline us. Not afraid to say we can do better. to exercises so that we can reach our full potential. That is what our role becomes in those tender ages from 2 to 5, where we're not allowing our children to run around and do anything they want and just go crazy and throw tantrums and say no to everything that we do. No, we're not doing that. We're training them with discipline and helping them to reach their potential by bending their will to be obedient and respectful. And then in those third stages of from 5 to 12 years old, then we become more of a coach. And as the kids grow, as mine are today, we become like a life coach. Because what does a coach do? We stand on the sidelines of life. We watch our children play on the field of life, and that's what we do. We watch them. We observe. Sometimes we call timeouts because we're not sure what they're thinking or why they're doing what they're doing, and we talk to them. We help them improve their knowledge and their skills. See, that's the real job of a coach. See, my job as a coach is not only to give you more knowledge, although that is good, but I must also be able to help you use that knowledge to improve your techniques and your skill to take your game to a higher level, to take the game of life, to be the person to a higher level or a higher road. And see, when you do these things, when we as parents do these roles, when we've been that gardener, that nurturer, we've been the trainer with the discipline, we've been a coach watching and speaking and increasing their knowledge and their skill, taking their game to another level, those things build loyalty. And that's what we're after, is the loyalty and prevention of our children making wrong decisions. Now, I know that our children won't make every right decision all the time, but this will help them make those good quality decisions. So, I hope that's helpful to you. I want to bring you through another declaration. Come on, you can do it. Put your hand on your heart and say it with me with conviction. I will be the soul builder of my children. Come on, repeat that with me. I will be the soul builder of my children. Through nurture, discipline, and skill building, I will win their loyalty. Yes, you will. And another thing that we do as life coaches is that we help them to discover and develop their individual talent. And that's the subject that I'm going to cover in the next video. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you there.